My dad said I'd never be man. Enough to run the family. Business while my loser golden. Brother is the real man, so I started a competitor and crushed them. My dad always looked at me like I was a stain on the silk upholstery of his corner office. Growing up, I wasn't the right kind of man. I liked books, I liked strategy, and I didn't see the point in getting into bar fights to prove my worth. My brother, Leo, was the golden boy. He was everything my father worshipped. Loud, reckless, traditionally masculine, and fundamentally a moron. The day it happened, we were sitting in the boardroom of the family construction empire. I had just presented a 50-page expansion plan that would have saved us 20% on overhead. My father didn't even look at the folder. He just pushed it off the desk and lit a cigar. "You're soft, Elias," he spat, the smoke curling around his head like a crown. "You've got the mind of a clerk and the spine of a jellyfish." I felt the blood start to simmer in my veins. "I just saved you $3 million in projected losses, Dad." "I don't care about the numbers," he roared, slamming his fist down. "I care about the blood." Leo has a fire. He's a real man. "He's taking the VP seat. You're lucky I let you handle the payroll." Leo sat there, smearing a greasy grin across his face, leaning back with his feet on the mahogany table. "Don't take it personally, little bro. Some of us are born to lead. Some of us are born to follow. Go crunch some numbers for me, okay?" That was the moment. The soft sun died in that chair. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I stood up, tucked my chair in perfectly, and looked my father dead in his cold gray eyes. "You're right, Dad," I said, my voice eerily calm. "I'm not the man you think I am. Thank you for clarifying that." I walked out that door and never looked back. I didn't just quit. I went scorched earth. I had been the one running the back end for 5 years. I knew every supplier, every disgruntled foreman, and every dirty secret in their books. I used my entire inheritance, every cent my mother left me, and started Apex Infrastructure. For the first 6 months, I didn't sleep. I lived on black coffee and pure, unadulterated sight. I didn't want to just succeed. I wanted to erase them. I started poaching. I went to their top foreman, Big Mike, the guy who actually kept their sites running while Leo was out partying. "Why work for a drunk who doesn't know a wrench from a screwdriver?" I asked him. "Work for the man who actually signs the checks." I offered him equity. He jumped ship the next day. Then 3 more followed. Then I went for their contracts. I knew exactly where my father overcharged and where he cut corners. I bid 5% lower on the city's new stadium project, the one my father assumed was his birthright. The day the news broke that Apex won the bid, my phone lit up. It was Leo. "You snake! You're stealing from your own family," he screamed into the receiver. "Family?" I laughed, and it felt like ice. "I'm just doing what Dad taught me." "Leo, I'm being a real man. I'm taking what's mine. See you in the dirt." I hung up and blocked him. The collapse was beautiful. Leo was a disaster. Without me to fix his errors, he missed deadlines, insulted inspectors, and bled money like an open artery. 18 months later, I got a call from my father's assistant. He wanted a meeting. I made him wait 3 weeks. When he finally walked into my office, he looked 10 years older. The bravado was gone. The cigar was missing. "Elias," he started, his voice cracking. "The firm? We're facing liquidation. I need you to buy us out for the family name." I sat behind my glass desk, looking at him the same way he used to look at me, like he was something stuck to the bottom of my shoe. "I've already bought your debt from the bank, Dad," I said, leaning forward. "I own your equipment. I own your leases. I even own that corner office you love so much." His face went pale. Then you'll keep Leo on as a manager?" I let out a slow, sharp laugh. "Leo? No, Leo is a real man, remember? He's got that fire. I'm sure he'll be fine finding a job at a gas station." I stood up and smoothed my suit. "You told me I wasn't man enough to run the business," I whispered, leaning over the desk until our noses almost touched. "You were right. I wasn't man enough to run your failing business. I was man enough to build one that killed yours. I called security. 'Get this man out of my building,' I told them. 'He's trespassing.'" As he was led out, I watched him through the glass. He looked small. He looked weak. I sat back down, opened my laptop, and got back to work. Validation is a drug, but revenge is a godhood. I'm not the son he wanted. I'm the monster he created. And honestly, I've never felt more alive.